going to continue has come to stay. So we want to encourage classes or junior classes or people who are interested in business and entrepreneurship to take advantage of this opportunity so that they can sell their businesses and also better as students.
Di ba batu pa na sa Boy, message.
Alright, so that's kind of our president. Thank you very much for these kind words. I also would like to invite the financial secretary, the 20th financial secretary of the University Business School Administration, Honorable Lawrence. That's kind of
Thank you very much. I know I can Lawrence somewhat. The 20th Institute of Business Financial Secretary. And very soon, my tenure of office will come to an end. I look forward to hearing your pitches, understanding your creativity, and getting to know how you put them into reality. All the best to the participants.
Alright, thank you very much. So we said the board will be, we can get the second participant in the person of Insia Sample. So let's thank you now for it.
Everyone. It's my name is Samuel Hesa, second year BSc Medical Engineering. Then so good afternoon once again. My name is Samuel Hesa, second year BSc Medical Engineering students, and the vice president for the department. So this afternoon I'm here to present to my students that's our growth innovations and multi-product enterprise. So this is a business that's focuses on the conversion of agricultural waste into products. So we have a lot of products, but the one that I will emphasize on is bio-crop charcoal briquettes. So these are some of the products. So this is the bio-crop. That's the one that I'm going to focus more. And then we have crop papers as complements, and then we have beneficial coconut oil and palm oil. So the whole thing is coming for the motivation when I was running through my community, realizing that a lot of people depend on charcoal, but the charcoal that they depend on, it comes from trees. And then I did a research and I found that a lot of people depend on charcoal, but it is causing deforestation. So how can we come out with different alternative solutions to that problem? So I did a research, and the research is from Policy Commission report. I saw that 80% of Ghanaian depends on charcoal. It's in Kumasi and Accra, it all depends on charcoal for cooking them when other things. And then I also did a research and found that a lot of agricultural waste go unused. You don't use them, especially coconut husks, rice husks, and other agricultural waste that is combustible. You throw it away without utilizing it. So what can we do about it? And then I also came out on the high manual chapter. So I started to design a solution to that problem that I've been saying. So these are the problems. 80% depends on this, and then a lot of people depends on charcoal. That's causing deforestation, and then a lot of waste go unused. And then also we have a high demand on charcoal in Ghana, and then even abroad when we go to Arab countries. So I came out with a persona, went to this woman, she is called Abusia Mensima. So she's a food vendor in Kumasi. She cooks a lot. She's a food vendor. So she said she used a lot of charcoal, but the charcoal that she used, she spent more money on it. Why? Because the charcoal balance or the efficiency is low. So, and then I did a research about my charcoal and realized that depending on why it's so true or something forest. So the woman used the charcoal and then came out with a testimony that your charcoal is nice and then it's very, very effective. So she's Abusia Mensima. Her age is 30 years from Kumasi, 5 children. Then she said she completed the senior high. She's a vendor. So I asked her what's your needs and wants, and then she told me that she wants affordable fuel to reduce the living expenses, cleaner energy, and the time-saving solution. And then I came out with a point of view statement. So the point of view statement is corporate innovation and multi-product. I believe that households, food vendors, the small businesses in Ghana such as barbecue people, grilling, and those things. We can give them charcoal that's not expensive, charcoal that is healthy because of medical health students. Sometimes the smoke that we heal from the normal traditional charcoal affect our respiratory system. And then we can give them something that she can find that affect our environment. And then there's a machine, this is where only after the like production. So this is where we go and then bring the raw materials to do the charcoal. And then the solution. So this is the video of this. Can I play the video for you? Yeah, why? You don't have to. So this is another woman who used some of the charcoal for cooking. Yeah, so this is a video of how our charcoal looks like. It's cleaner and then burns longer to prepare our best. So you can see. So that is because I asked the woman said she wants a cleaner and then affordable charcoal. So then I did a research and then I did a prototype of sometimes when I did you can when you are wearing white shirt, you can use it but it's not staying, because it is cleaner and then it will not cost in the same place. So even those who are nurses, those who are medical doctors, who want to cook maybe their homes and then other stuff, sometimes it becomes difficult. That's why they go for stoves and other stuff. But if you were able to come with such charcoal, it means that they are going to use it. Meanwhile, because they are like we have a high demand of the charcoal in the system already. And because it's not cleaner, that's why they are turning to stoves and other charcoal. So these are key features and competitive advantage. People ask what's the difference between a charcoal and the traditional charcoal, because we have different varieties of traditional charcoal. We have one that is effective and then one that is hard. But the reason is our charcoal is made from agricultural waste, which is reducing deforestation. It's best on that 3 to 4 hours, smokeless and cleaner, affordable and accessible packaging. It's nice because I have to put that one sample here. The packaging is nice. It's not, someone helped me in my bag. So the packaging, I also did a research and found out that the charcoal that they are selling, it is selling the polythene bags. The polythene bags. It's every.
Yeah.
So this is how I'm packaging the charcoal. So I realized that the charcoal that they are selling is in the polythene, and then the polythene is not nice. It's not attractive. So I started to package it in the brand, and this brand is also manufactured by our company or our business enterprise, which is from agriculture, like 9 and then we also produce it locally. And then competitive advantage, one is eco-friendly, yes, it's eco-friendly, and then it's save cost for households, restaurants, and vendors, and other stuff. So the impact is, one is from one of the testimonies. She said, with the overall, I don't need to buy charcoal every day. It lasts longer and gives me consistent heat. Another testimony was, I love that it doesn't produce too much smoke. My kitchen is cleaner and cooking is more comfortable. That's from Madam Martha from KBSD, that's OT. And then another testimony is, this charcoal burns for a very long time. I use less and save money. Very good product. That's also from Actual. So this is my business model canvas. So we have key partners, we have key activities, value proposition, customer relationship, and customer segment. That's we are targeting food vendors, grilling, and then households, restaurants, and then eco-conscious consumers, and then retailers. Yes, for. And then we have cost structure, revenue, and then key resources. So this is the minimum viable product. So when I did the product, I sent it to some of my community people that use my community, and then they test some of the products. So this is a minimum viable product feedback from greater charcoal users. So they said, if my local charcoal seller starts stocking their cricket, so I asked them if I should maybe channel the products online. Would you accept it? Then she said, she's not friendly on the social media, or she's not fan of the social media. So if we can send it to the kiosk and other stuff, that she will buy. And then key activities, I open to being trained, and the people also interested in training in the business because it is innovative. And then the customer segment, people was like testifying the product. So this is the MVP feedback. And then cost and the revenue. So one cost for producing 1 kg of my briquette charcoal is 60 pesos. And then so this is the total cost for maybe producing 100 kg. So it's 650. And then the revenue where I get money to increase the production is from the selling of the charcoal, and also from personal savings. And then the profit margin. The profit margin, I calculated it, and then the profit margin was 35%. Yes, it means that the product is feasible and then it's viable in the system. And then this is the future plan. So with the Hesa, I do CEO support. I will invest in technology with machines, and then also increase the production capacity, because I don't have so much machine. I can produce more, but if machines comes, it means that we're going to produce much. And then expand markets. Which you can go to different regions. Right now, Ashanti region, only people from Accra want me to send some of the products to the bus. They're not producing much, so we can't go to that region. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Samuel. So we open the floor for questions from our judges.
Alright, thank you very much, Samuel. The presentation was beautiful. Your product, I think the brand is already solid. Like it's not a program, it's not a business which is now coming up. It's a business that you have established. But you want more reach, right? Yes, okay. So I also noted it down. The brand is very solid, which is good, right? But my question, first up, what is your representative business? What model are you looking at? Do you have like a similar company elsewhere that you are copying, or everything is from your end from scratch?
Okay. So since I started this initiative came when I was supposed to do publicity engagements, I realized that people are used to making and understand. So why don't we also go innovative field? So I decided to do the research on how to turn those waste into agriculture. So when I did, I realized that when we go to China and other Arab countries, they are doing it. But in Ghana, I've not seen the one doing it, but in other countries like Uganda and then other countries, they are there. But still, I'm doing research on how to do it and do it well.
So you are copying this in a company in China?
No, I'm not. I did the research. Like, I did the research on, and then started it. But you see, you cannot, whether you like it or not, someone has done it.
Yes. So there's no problem if you are actually looking at it.
So I did a research. I found one that as far as I can, when you go to the right place,
so the machine, you made it or you imported it?
no, right now, the machines that I have only two machines. It's like the one that we use on the small one. So I went to like magazine and tell them to do it in such a model like.
So you started on how to design the machine yourself?
Yes.
That's more innovative than what example before I did. And what example before I did, for example, yes. Wow. So that's what I wanted to know, was that I've always seen similar businesses in China. I'm just saying that I'm not take the innovativeness out of it, because some people know that I feel which is treated in Ghana.
Yes.
Right? But then, if somebody else has done it before, sometimes it's good to take a template so that you don't make the mistakes that the person made. So if we have a similar business operating in China, you can follow them key, look at how the market, look at, so that you can just learn from them. And it doesn't spoil your money, it makes you avoid some mistake that you might make. The next one is, how much is a single this one? How much?
This one goes for 10 Ghana cedis.
So if I'm a business person, I'm thinking, how much we should test?
If you want to go and sell.
Yeah.
So for that one, we have wholesale and retail. So for retail is 10 cedis, but for wholesale it's 7 cedis. So that you also do the benefits from it.
What is the smallest, the minimum quantity I can buy if I'm coming for wholesale? It's not about wholesale.
If you want, I don't understand.
Like what's the minimum amount I can buy on wholesale?
That's why it depends on you. For me, in amount that you want to buy.
If I want to buy one on wholesale, you
No, for wholesale one, it's not.
So what is the minimum?
Maybe from 10K, 10K.
This is how
This
this
is
is
1K.
1K.
Yes.
From 10.
Yes. So that's everyone for
Then what you are saying, I mean from your point of view, if the production cost is 60 pesos and you are selling wholesale for 7 cities, it means the profits on each one is 60 pesos.
yes. The reason is right now, when I started the product, I started the product last year, so sometimes I help to, it's not any plan that you have to benefit, and sometimes I help to, it's just 1 year or 2 years. So I'm giving it to them so that they can also sell it and then testify about the product. And as time goes on, for this one, someone from USA came to my village and he told me that this one is less expensive because when you go to those countries like the China people that they are exporting to their country, this 1 kg can go for 30 cedis or 40 cedis. But for Ghanaians, sometimes they don't understand why, like, it's not possible that you can produce a good from a coconut husk. They are not like, they are surprised about it, but we want them to testify about the product before increasing the price.
Alright, so Mr. Sample, still in the same vein. So I'd like to know how you ended up with the profit margin of 35%. Were you selling at 8 out as we or as we do?
But right now, I'm selling at retail, my community, and then you can see it.
So you use the 10 cities in your calculation.
Yes.
Alright.
So I like that. I mean, so now you want to saturate the market. When people know your product, then you increase the price.
It's not that they will, even for them, they will ask that you should, you have to maybe increase it because the many hours will help them. It's not that they will, but when we increase it, it's not surprising because that is because when you compare this to the traditional level, you can see that this one is far because of the 10 hours. Yes, I'm going to one of the testimonies. So, one person asked for 7. One person asked for 7. She said, "This one is difficult for you to light it." I gave one of the chapel to them. She go to her house and use it. It was like she said, it's not difficult to even like with a little bit ember that you add to this chapel, it will be able to like. It's not that difficult. Yes, it's not difficult.
What challenge have you faced on the market? Apart from money, what is your major challenge?
Right now, for the marketing, because of my students, and then I don't have my people who are producing the chapel here on University of Mercy. Sometimes it can be difficult for you to distribute a product to a lot of people. So sometimes when it can, I have to put it because of academics, because we are also here for academics. The health is not for a joke. So we have to balance the academics with it. So sometimes it's difficult for me, it can be difficult for me to distribute
Distribution. How do you market? I mean, how are you marketing? So,
so for the marketing, sometimes as I'm saying, when I see maybe a woman selling something, I want the person to try, and then sometimes on my status, WhatsApp, TikTok, and other places. And then when I go to my place, I go to churches and schools to tell them about my products.
Alright, thank you very much. I just have a few questions. First of all, I'd like to know if you do the production alone, you do it alone, or you have a team you're working with.
Okay, right now, I don't have solid team that I can say I have a team. But when it comes to my village, we have people that I'm working with, temporary people that I'm working with the production. But it's not that I have a team that maybe when I go to Beijing, I go with them. But it's the people that I work with.
Alright, and you have any way motivate these people or they do things voluntary?
Okay, so for them, they understand the work, they understand as our students. So they don't demand salary or something like that. But sometimes when they produce, I give them something small too. As I understand maybe more biscuits. Some of them they are VHS and SHS, so they understand. And then they understand the future of the business. That the business will become bigger in the future.
Oh, right. And my last question. So how do you get these panels and landscape?
Okay. So for the pumpkin, I don't produce this by myself. That's why I don't focus on the product that I produce from the paper and then the charcoal. And the coconut, we are partner with another business enterprise that's Entrage Coconut Factory to sell the products for them.
My question was what do you use for the charcoal? You use
I use the agriculture with this one.
yes. So how do you get these?
And this one I go to, for when it comes to my village, is a coconut plantation. We are close to Central Region, so we have a lot of coconut there. So after harvesting the coconuts, they have to harvest the coconuts. So the waste, and then we have coconut factory. So after the process of the charcoal, coconut oil, I go for the waste, they use this for the production of the charcoal.
So you are trying to say you don't buy it.
Yes, right now I don't buy it. For raw materials, I don't buy it.
Don't buy it.
That's for the maybe going to pick or collect the coconuts waste from the various sectors. I use a Oboya for that one. I have to pay like the Oboya people for the waste.
So my last question, you said your smoke is not toxic. It's not harmful. I'd like to know how you get to some of that smoke.
I'm not saying that the smoke that is harmful. I'm saying that the smoke, the product is smokeless. Like it doesn't produce charcoal. It's smoke. It doesn't produce smoke.
It doesn't produce smoke at all.
Yeah, at all.
Wow.
So as compared, when you compare that one to the traditional charcoal, which produce smoke, that's why I'm saying that ours is more good than the traditional charcoal when it comes to our heads. That's why I mentioned that.
Alright, so how many years have you been in business?
I started it when I came to KBS. Yes, 2020, second year, right?
So last
Let me say 2024, yeah, right?
So last year.
Last year.
And is there a way you track your profit margin?
For profit margin.
Started production.
Okay.
How you been tracking your profit margin?
Okay. And because I'm saying that the distribution and the marketing sometimes because of the school it doesn't go smoothly as I want. So I don't have a book or records that I can track the business the profit margin. But I stumble to
Thank you very much.
Mr. Sampo, coming from School of Business, I would advise that next time you go for any idea pitch presentation, and you go with your products and present them to the judges for assessment. What steps are you taking to ensure that your supply chain is ethical? What steps are you taking to ensure your supply chain is ethical or sustainable in the long run?
Okay. So as I said, the production is from agriculture it is eco-friendly. It is eco-friendly and it doesn't cause any harm to our environment. It doesn't cause any harm to our climate change. So, and then the waste accounts have to go and then buy it. And then it's free. It's free. So the one thing I'm doing is to bring something that we call integrity to the people that are selling the product to them. For them to know that the product is viable, the feasibility of the product is good, or there is no something bad about the product. So I think that's the first thing that I have to do. like the product between me and my customers. I don't have to do something that it will turn or it will change the product, like the burner waste, the smokeless and other stuff, so that it will sustain the system.
Okay, thank you. My last question. What potential risks or challenges do you foresee and how do you plan to solve them?
In the business, okay, so the risk is sometimes people are saying that some students we have to learn, health students, we are going to do ultrasound, we are going to study, we are not doing this no good, you not get the job, so sometimes, and then okay, I feel like yes, it can affect me, but I'm okay with it. I balance both the two, so I think if it's not because of time management, it can affect my academics. And then when it goes to the finances, going for loan, I have not gone for loan, but maybe as time goes on, I will go, and then it can affect. It's a risk that I can take.
Thank you very much, Mr. Simon, for the wonderful presentation. Thank you. So you can use your first line. Second, sorry. So you said, according to your research, 80% of Ghanaian households rely on charcoal cooking. Yeah, let's just say yes, this. Do you have anything to back this research?
Okay, that's why I said it from I should always do my first report. So
You could attach the report or something else.
okay.
Nothing really should that this research.
Okay, just a way. Okay,
And then you know the sample size.
sample size.
The research. How many people they used?
The charcoal.
Yes.
The sample size for the people that use.
In any research that we do, you have to get the sample size.
Okay.
So maybe we can pick 5 people.
This one is estimated like figure that they said that when it comes to Ghana, I'm not challenging it, it's something that is estimated that
I want to know how many people Ghana. Because if I take 5 people and then 4 or 3 of those people will each chapel, it's approximately 50%. So the numbers matter. Okay. So we should have to go to the next side. We represent the number of people that is
26 million out of them.
yes. But personally, I feel like we are moving from the age of chatting because most of the households we have now are using the gas cookers and other modern technology. So convincing people to get back to chapel is like you're bringing us back. You understand?
Yes.
So how are you going to market it well so that people are going to patronize the chapel?
Okay. So the complexity is coming from the competitive financial features and the key features of the product, and then the co-products they are using. Like I'm trying to partner with those who do this co-products, and then we have a banner, a stand banner, a banner. It uses charcoal. It uses charcoal. So first of all, I use the key products, key features of the product, and then the co-product. Charcoal, as I said, they are transition from that charcoal to this to it's commercial, like the city that you see, but when you go to the villages, like where I'm coming from, they are still using charcoal, and then some of them like even wood for cooking. So they don't depend on the stoves. And then one thing is sometimes the stoves also is let's see, because of inflammable air of the gases and other things, sometimes it's difficult for them to use it. So those who are in commerce, even for Bangkok, they have small cohorts that they also use alongside the stoves. So that's all the things that we use.
Personally, I think that you should also do a comparison between the gas, that's the LPG gas, maybe 3 liters of LPG gas or 2 liters cost 22 cedis. And then that same amount of money can be used to purchase maybe certain kilograms of charcoal. And then you do the analysis between both so that you know that 2 liters can last to the month. The same amount as kilograms of charcoal will last a period of months.
That's why I think business is my laptop. I think all those things.
Most of the time, our parents do complain that the LPG gas don't last when they fill it. 2 months time, they are going to refill. So if this thing is coming, we're looking at the fact that we now move from the age of charcoal usage. So one thing you could use to convince people to let them know this can last for long so that they can save some cash. Yes, thank you for that. So I'll be expecting you to present on that when you come to the finals. Yes. And then also we spoke about the burning hours. People, the normal burning hours for the burning hours of normal hours.
The normal charcoal is you don't have but it's not more than 1 hour.
It's no more than 1 hour.
Yes,
So at the end of the day, we have to cheat the charcoal.
but not for this one. 2 to 3 hours.
Alright. And then with your cost of production, I think that's like okay. So one kilogram will cost 650 pesos, and 100 kilograms will cost 650. If you take into account the labor and also the transportation and everything, it's a factor in
Yes,
there.
everything is
Try and get us a breakdown
Okay.
in the next presentation. Yes, which community did you say you are from? Which community?
From New University, but not New University now. We are close to very,
Which
very,
community?
we are in Ashanti, southern part of us.
So assuming this project or this business becomes successful, how many can you employ?
Okay. Right now, definitely, we have a
Be precise. Be precise.
Yes. So, for me to employ, I think I can employ about 10 people, like for production. But we have this mentioned those who is going to collect the coconut tax, those who are going to sell it. So we have right now as I'm talking, we have about 7 job as well as
Last question, what is oil?
what
Is coconut oil or it's part?
yeah, it's part of my business.
Right,
But this one,
You're not saying anything about it.
I said I want to emphasize more on
The main project is the channel.
the chapel and the paper in that place.
Thank you very much for your time.
So are you giving us the coconut oil?
No, that's true.
I see each other. And the paper school is here. So
Yeah,
the primary program is there.
From planting stem.
Yes, it's, I use it for the packaging of the chapel. No.
Now I'm chat one.
All right, let's kindly give him a round of applause. Thank you very much, Mr. Sabo. To take our next presentation from Mr. Julius. Yes, he's the third year pharmacy student, second year pharmacy student. So let's give him a round of applause.
Yes. Come to your I just with the viruses.
products. Just one question. Right. Okay, so then I'm introducing to you gyro technology. I noticed initially in the promotion of the events, you brought out, you mixed the product's name with the company name, right? And then I just wanted to clarify that Diamond Technology is a multi-product company. That Diamond Technology is a multi-product company, and then we specialize in creating multiple products. But then I want to speak a little of my mission and my vision. And my mission, however, is to become the trusted leader in technology when it comes to creating new problems, creating solutions to new problems. And for what we are doing right now, it's just being trust. And I think that when we talk about technology, it's always centered on the fact that we trust this brand, because right now you can bear the fact that most of the time it's not every time you see someone driving a car, I'm not saying it to bring down the brand, but then I believe it starts from somewhere. And then if I actually had the money, and then if I ask you right now what would be your reason to not to purchase a car, would have been like, oh, maybe it's too expensive, but then we all know that the truth is trust. So then that aligns with my mission, that I create little technologies, and then in the end I gain trust to create bigger projects. My vision is to create a multi-project company and utilize the funds raised from the little projects you create, like what you have just passed around to see. Utilize the funds from that to create bigger projects. Greetings, and then I'm Joseph Jansen, and then a second year Dr. Pharmacy student, and the CEO and founder of Hesa Knust, product manager, the full stack developer, and head of operations. And my brother is smart, so here he's the head of marketing, and I'll show you what he has done soon. Okay, so then I want all of you to cast your minds back. Probably you might not be living in a house of Base or something. You might not be living in a house of Base, but then you've actually gone to a school that uses Base, and maybe you have to go and get the Base clean. You clean it, you come back, you look on the Base again, you still see streets. You're asking yourself, what did I do wrong? Because you actually did. Yeah, so if you have not actually gone through this struggle, allow me to elaborate on how the traditional methods of cleaning Base become tedious. It normally involves using a rag, and then you dip the rag in water, you clean it. Some people use a dry rag, some people dip the rag in soapy water. So then we looked at this fundamental traditional cleaning methods, and then through this fundamental traditional cleaning methods, that is how technology has been able to bring about a device that we're talking about soon. We incorporated this full traditional cleaning methods into several cleaning checkpoints. So then, if you look at the middle of the device, you see several lines over there. We also have sprinklers to the tank in it. So then, as you slide on the Base, it's able to sprinkle soap water on it, and then the cleaning checkpoint does the job by removing dust from the surface of the Base. Then, due to our research, we don't understand students. Due to our research, we realized that soapy water cleans better than clean water because soap actually has a dipolar character, meaning it's able to dissolve both polar substances and then non-polar. But then if you're using water dissolves just as polar substances, and that's how soapy water is best able to remove dust off the glass. And that is what we incorporated in my time to make this work. So then the problem is what I stated. And then I also want to also send your minds here before I move into talking about the device. When we first had the first office chairs, I believe probably started from stones, then benches. Like I want you to just envision something. Now someone developed a chair with just an office chair. You know, let's assume all chairs were now equal, right? And then someone is like, oh no, someone who is superior must sit in a better chair. You you understand? So then the person invented a better share. Now another person also starts back and said, oh no, the better share cannot allow us have comfort in our offices. So someone thought of an idea, and I'm sure what 500 people already thought about that. Putting wheels and a chair so that you can easily reach out to several places. And then 499 people from that 500, I'm sure they died of the idea. Just that one person that came out to bring the what she now. This is why I created Baba. So this is them, they use rags and back to soup, giving water, and then they wait for the days to dry, and then they use dry wrap again. That is just to make sure the people can be affected. Then the other one also have combine all the methods, all the methods, full traditional methods, all into a single device, and that's the Babylon. This is the web marketing edit. This is actually a launch we were planning ahead of time because the project was actually in but we needed a 3D printer to actually make the design very presentable to make it market friendly. And that is why we brought out this launch flyer. And then this is an animation. I don't know if you can play it. Unfortunately, the laptop I was using for this animation died due to my heating too. But I wanted to show my reach.
Yes, yes.
Oh, no, yes. I use the application. Yeah, I have this actually my laptop in this crash. This is simplifying the environment. And then the device actually what you see. The device actually what you have on the end. It's actually supposed to glide on it, but then in the process when it was doing it, it's supposed to actually glide on the back side. So the laptop is for sharing access. Yeah, so then the solution. Where it talks about the media qualification by it's a new building. However, we desire to increase this one to make it a stationary device that's positioned near the public, especially for industrial use or for cleaning companies, where you just push a button and then the light vibrates and then it cleans automatically. So that is a long-term goal we have. And the products we have there's only one on the market that is all in one glass. And then those are the battery bills where the battery, then where it's actually rechargeable, so you recharge it and you use it to plug in. Then the economic slight meters you just help yeah. And then let me see what the that the design of the device is actually done because I wanted to easily work on it. Some of you might say it's too maybe bulky or something, so then that is the reason it's a little bit too big. And then there's also efficient and then versatile, meaning we walk around rooms, some places, easy, something like that. One after any minute, you need constant. You see battery, and then even as we move on. So then the traction is the price of the product is 750 Ghana cedis. And then the cost to make one is 300 Ghana cedis. And then the profit the one product sold is 500 Ghana cedis. And then looking at the long term, that is prior to making 1,000 Ghana cedis. So that is around 800,000 Ghana cedis. That is making 1,000 Ghana cedis. We're looking at a profit of around 500,000 Ghana cedis. And then the market size, you can see that you know for a fact that if you work, I'm not going to say anything about it. Even in our school here in USP, you see most of our lecture halls have used rubber blades as a ventilating source. And so our lecture halls will have that. So then you look at that. And then before you see glass windows in lecture halls or in rooms or all that, the country must be very well developed. And that is why I created this map to show that developed countries is where we go most to. And then rules develop, as you can see on the charts. So then this is the plan I predicted that in January 2006 we created a market class. And then after creating our market class, somewhere around March 2026, we started the product launch. And then July 2026, we actually start selling on the market. And then this is probably like the whole one. These are the target markets we desire to reach. This is cleaning companies, homeowners, and then others who wish to buy the device. And then the business model we have over here, the value proposition is back over the tedious cleaning that is compared to the old tax where you have to do it yourself and then how much you can check it. Back over that's all in one soil. And then the channels are to direct consumers, retail, the professional sales, through professional sales where we deal directly with the person. Right? And then customer relations where we create a website so that it has frequently asked questions and if anybody has no problem with purchase of the person can easily communicate. And then the key activities is the manufacturing, markets, and then sales and distribution. Cost structure as well. The manufacturing, the amount that actually goes in the manufacturing, the amount that also goes in the marketing, and then logistics, and then even salaries. Key partners are manufacturing companies, manufacturing retailers, then we have markets, we have markets. So the business is about the question.
Okay, thank you very much. Thanks. We're going to go to the
Said one device is 300 Ghana cedis today. 300 Ghana cedis today. And then the price per product is 750 Ghana cedis. And then the profit per one product sold is 500 Ghana cedis. Also, the applicants like
So you are pitching this idea to a panel. You need 10,000 Ghana cedis to fund the project, and you need such a mistake.
They have actually crashed the flowers.
Apologize to the panel.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
The file was actually not what you see. I told you my hard drive crashed, so I wanted to send the file to. I wanted to put the file on the laptop before I sent it to my phone again. And I was not able to access it, so I was re-editing the slides on the. I just did it right now. That's what I need to do.
Okay.
But you realize that. Sorry, you realize that at this point I said.
It's the same thing, don't worry.
No. At this point, I said the price ranges from 650 to 750. So then, if it's actually 650, then the math is right. But then it was.
Go back. If you say 650, you'll still be right. The profit will be 30%. She's 800 Ghana. So please make that correction. And then also, what does this guy seek to achieve? What's the guy to do?
It is seeking to improve living situations in our homes and also put less burden on giving companies. Most of them
Cleaning solutions. So can you be used to clean the floor?
No, on lower basis.
Only lower basis. So the animation that you showed, right? Come on. What's the animation? It is cleaning the top part. See, for a lower
It's
basis.
not actually giving the big land on the legal
But I suppose to land on it.
Yeah, I said the computer crashed.
Yes, don't worry. I made a plan in my head. So we have to surface of this lower bit, the part that the guy is supposed to land on the part. Most of the time, that part is finished. So I will just do that part. So this device is supposed to clean the top part and the part that is already in the hands. What about part B?
Normally, when we give the number of it to it is actually the top part that actually gets it. Actually, the other part does not.
Are you sure?
Yes. And then who the more yes, more after than the ground. That is to see, when you lose the shutters, when you lose it, and then when you pass the test on the total.
When you clean your blood, it's usually the top pass. Are you trying to see that?
No, you can put it down. Also, the point is how to make such structure that you can do. So, if I also make adjustments to taking care of it.
So, you make an assessment, and then if the adjustments are made, I don't see the problems that are happening.
This is like I just said, I will make an adjustment.
So, what are the things I get from this? What do you do?
Back.
Okay. What are some advantages?
The advantage you get is that you swipe around and you don't have to worry about leaving streets behind and be like, oh, I don't know if you actually have a personal experience with it.
Exactly.
So then most of the times I want you to actually, if you are happy with this experience, it means the answer to the question is actually right.
So what is the advantage? Like this, because I'm using a normal rack. What advantage do I get?
When you use the normal rack will get it, and then you have to either go and wash or change the rack. You know that. So then the river place actually does not get it because they have a constant supply of sprinkling when water is like that. Then once it gets out, you just finish cleaning, move to the next cleaning. So you don't really need to worry about the dirty rack.
Thank you. I think my advantage. Thank you. Please make Julius. How user-friendly is the device? Can an average household user operate it without technical skills?
Yes, please. I want to show you something. This has buttons included on it. This has buttons included on it. This one is actually an development. It's not actually done. This is not the training. So this one has buttons on it. So then if you want this, it's actually the original piece in there. It has buttons on it. If you want to move forward on it, but not to press it. Not to move back.
So you don't have to hold it and move it along.
You hold it. No, you hold it and move it along. It's just like a rack that doesn't hold it.
But you have to
Why
hold
does
it.
it need for them?
You just press and then you move.
So if you don't press, you don't.
Press activity is different. So if you don't press it, then it means you are not actually seeing this program.
That means you are basically using the same time that you have used a rack to do the work.
For the rack, I said number one, the rack is this. Number two, when you employ the use of rack with soapy water or something, you end up leaving streets behind the river base because you come back later and you can observe that the river base surface still has streets.
So if the sponge here gets
It has a continuous supply of water. And so what actually makes the cleaning the air accumulating on the sand. So then you have something that has a continuous supply.
What are those of water?
There's a tank in it,
how many mils liters?
not calculated.
Not counting.
Yes, it's still an development. I already stated that this device actually would actually come down soon because I'm not going to use a 3D printer to finalize the design. So if it comes down, this one I created a bigger one in which I can easily work with. You understand? If it's too small, I'm not able to reach corners and all that. So I need it a little big as this. That's why.
That means if you make it smaller, the tank too will be smaller inside.
Yes.
So how do you plan to balance affordability with profitability?
For the ability to work. Okay, so then it's from the market, from the calculation that we did, I said one actually costs around 300 Ghana cedis. So then if one actually costs 300 Ghana cedis, meaning when you get one, when you sell one, you can actually get the amount to create another. And then
You're not selling at 350, you're selling at 750.
yes, and I said once you have the initial money to start it, that is 300 Ghana cedis, and you sell. There are profits that you get can create two of that, and then it's like a double.
But what do you get as a manufacturer? If you are using all your money to
Any as a customer, it's not after that.
It's not. That's why it's not an actual. Let me answer. That's why it's not an actual figure. You understand? It's like it's not 600. If I made it 300, 600, that's when the question will be answered. That what if you sell? What would the person himself be? You understand? But then looking at the long term, it's like 300 plus 300, 600 minus 750, 150. So if you want to calculate, it means my profits to that will get from the
Last. You said your cost is 356. The cost for producing one. The cost for producing one is 356.
300.
Yes. And you sell it for 750.
Okay, you sell it for 750. So that means you have a profit of 350. Right.
Yes.
So they can't produce two
Yes.
of
To produce one again.
produce only one.
The amount when you sell one, the amount you're getting is 750, which you
Of which 300 is being used
For the cost
the
of
cost.
the one you did.
yes, and so it's like once you create one, you're able to create it. But I'm not looking at it based on just one product being created.
No, relax. Do you understand what you are saying? When you sell one or when you produce one, you are spending 300 Ghana cedis, right? And you sell it for 750 Ghana cedis. Then you get you get 300 Ghana cedis or 400 Ghana cedis, right? That's like the amount you have to produce at that one,
Yes.
right?
So then I just produce another one, and then the previous. So it's like two now produce. I'm not saying that the
But
profit will enable
you
me to
can't
create
use all the profit to create two because you have to cater for the cost of the first one.
And long run, how many people do you think your company can employ?
Right now, at this point, there is no like your company can employ because right now we are actually looking forward to create more and get more and create more. Everything.
My last question. If households see it as a luxury rather than a necessity, how will you convince them to adapt?
Luxury rather than necessity. Okay, so then through videos, I already made videos in that's an advert. So then we can speak to them about the importance of getting that. I don't know if you can play. Then coupled with the adverts and then through testimonials and all, can still talk to people and then be able to actually
Assembly ingredient. Hey, coffee. Let me buy you some. Oh, that. So when you try to
Let me ask you, how many of us have traveled the clean river plates? You know the drill. Awkward angles, streets, dust left behind, and the hours spent trying to make those railways shine. And the videos, and trying to create. But as we know, that device is here. A device designed specifically for the river plates with the ease, speed, and precision. No more travel, no more changes of spaces, and no more harass. Don't think that activities on the road. Just in days in half the time, there is right satisfaction. Back River, effortless shine for every day.
There's a nice way of marketing your business. So I have a few questions. Mr. Julius. So how long do you think this your prototype will take to clean one river plate? Since you don't know the size of the tank in this machine and also the number of liters the tank can take. So how long?
okay. So once you just one swipe.
One swipe.
Yeah, just one swipe.
Okay,
One
that's
swipe,
it.
and then you move to the next. That's what it is.
Are you sure?
Yes, yes.
I guess it's some hard there's sponge, right?
Yeah.
Look how it's a sample, right? And it has a rough surface. So how will you convince me that this will not be streets on
The rough surface, you notice that behind it has a smooth surface. Has a smooth surface. So then the smooth surface, rough surface actually dislodge that's because most of the times, most of the we have both the rough surface and the smooth surface. Some of them have those smooth sides. So then this rough surface, the sponge is meant to dislodge particles from it. But it's not really presented as a sponge. So it's actually a prototype. So it's something to represent the actual. Yeah. So then even if it's a sponge, it would be sprayed in a way that is really movement.
Alright. And how do you dry the rubber blades after? Or you just leave it there?
You just pass on it and then there are no way
Dry the water.
You notice there is you said that's why
You said there's this yes.
So then that's the water forward. Then there is another sprinkler behind. There's another sprinkler behind, sorry. Yeah, that sprinkler is meant to remove the leftover dust particles. Maybe if it passed, it refused to pass it was able to extend beyond the first unit checkpoint. So then if that happens, then water sprinkles makes it more room for
Alright. So, how, what was the life sound of this machine?
one of the battery that is you can send it for the battery to
You're
get
trying to say it's very durable.
Yes,
Once I buy it, to never get spoiled or something.
unless you use it.
Are you sure? How long does it take for you to charge this machine?
Oh, it's just like the normal power bank battery has.
How long?
Power bank.
Are you just saying, or
Oh yeah, I actually have a battery.
Yes.
The power bank has, okay, let me put it like this. Power bank actually has lithium batteries in it. And then most of the power banks have like 8, some of them have 6. You understand? And then but this device uses 2. Because it's just going to be powering 2 pumps inside. It's not requiring much energy. So then if you are going to compare the 8 hours, then the math is 2.
But you as I only said we take the price from power bank. And nobody talked about power bank, but once you know that as a power bank, it is batteries at home. Okay.
Alright. And also, are there any safety features that will be included or will be attached to this machine? I mean, if I'm using it, there should be some precautions or cautions.
Yeah, they wash.
Yeah. So, you have
That's one caution.
yeah, one caution.
The caution is that you shouldn't apply too much pressure on it. That's the best one.
Well, I'm just swine.
Yeah, that is the idea. You don't have to apply too much pressure. What initially we're supposed to put inside, but since we are development, as I said, so then what we were going to put inside was this, it's a pressure point checker. It's a pressure point checker where if the pressure you're putting on it is too much, it indicates a red beep or something.
Oh, right. Too much pressure.
Then you end up making it, that's why it gives you a pre-warning before it.
How sure are you that the weight of your machine itself is not tested?
There's a need to making this to make sure that I actually have a view of it. I'm testing the building checkpoint and how this is like.
You add something to it, which will add weight to it.
Add something to it. It's only the water, the weight of the water that will influence any crack or something. Unless you are the person yourself is pushing it now. And then I said this one as well, it's kind of like a bigger type, so then greater automatic.
Alright, my last question. So in the long run, do you plan to manufacture the parts locally or you are planning on importing the parts?
So now, I've 3D printed, like I have the 3D print files of each of the parts, then once it gets that,
So once you get this 3D printer, does it mean the cost for production will increase or in the long run influencing the price of this product? Or are you sure you factor the 3D printer in your cost? Are you sure? So what the cost of
the 3D filament is around 300 and something cedis. That's the filament, but the filament is able to, if you are using the 1 mm thickness as this one is, the thickness, it's able to print about 4 or 5, and then PVC being used to print this device, about the long one is around 60 Ghana cedis. So then the PVC, the whole PVC is able to, that is after I finish melting them flat, it's able to create like this one and then just a little bit to be left for the next one. Yeah, so if you are looking at that thing,
I don't know if I got to that. I'm trying to say you use a 3D printer, right?
Yeah.
You know how long it takes a 3D printer to
Yeah,
print a product?
yes.
It can take like 2 days, 3 days.
It depends on what you are printing.
With something like this, the estimated time it will take like a day or
Yes.
two. Yes.
It's actually printed in parts. And then it's like once you create more, you get more money to create more. So then, in the course of getting more money to create more, I'll buy more 3D printers to aid in the fast printing.
You buy more 3D printers.
Yes.
I see. Alright.
Alright, thank you very much. And I think we put the suit has an lapel.
It has
You know the lapel of the suit?
Yes.
Where is the lapel of the suit? No, that's a lapel. That's the pharmacy lapel. But you know the suit has a lapel as part of the suit design. So when you are putting a lapel, you put this on the lapel. That's just by the way. That's just by the way. Right. When he asked me about the precaution, I was thinking that you talk about something like electric shock because there's water in the machine and there's electricity. I mean, applying it or you are even if the battery is not so strong. I mean, with the shock, it can also break if the water gets to the compartment of the where the electricity. I mean, it can break the machine. But you didn't mention something like
No, because I actually trust that my device is safe, and then I wouldn't make anything that would induce electrical shocks. Besides, the voltage of the battery is too little to combine with water to create electrical shocks. If it was a very high voltage, we would have been talking about electrical shocks.
Fair. The project you have here, I think there's a good presentation, right? But there's a lot of work to be done. Like, it's not a today, tomorrow product. Like, I feel it's a long term project. It's actually a very big project. You have to try the product a lot of times. I mean, I'm sure even if you get this funds, I mean, you still have to like model the product and then probably come and redesign and fix a lot of things. You understand? I mean, I think there's a lot of things you have to do respect to this particular product. But there's this question in my head. Does it work on all classes or just liver blades?
The liver blades size it works on for now is the 15 centimeters.
All glasses or only
On only liver blades.
Only liver blades. Someone might say that we are moving, I mean, the society is moving away from liver blades to tinted glasses or, glass bottles.
Yes.
How would you
The tinted glasses actually have a device to clean them. That's called a squeegee. Now the squeegee, you have to sprinkle soapy water on the same principle, then you break it down and clean. But then the squeegees are like, I don't know how to say it, were made purposely for the big glass surfaces. But then this one is actually made for liver plates. Then someone will be like, I'm using liver plates, and it's not like you are referring to maybe let's say modernization. That people, as far as we modernize, we switch from liver plates to glasses. But then we still see most of our schools. We know yet completely modernized. And that's why I got in there.
So we can see that in the long term, your company will be redundant because we are you are moving away from liver plate to the glasses, right?
People are multi-product company, and then people are also building.
But we can conclude that this product will have nothing to do.
It will have something to do because there's no way completely
but the market will drop for the product. So you're actually targeting the market that's dropping gradually. Or rapid. Because now almost we can look at the exits and all. Every new building is even on care USD here, the new buildings we are doing, we are changing the form of ventilation. So you are targeting the market which is declining.
It's not actually declining, it depends.
So you are targeting the villages because you are not targeting the urban areas because clearly the urban areas we are changing. So you are seeing, we can conclude that you are targeting the market which is not in the urban area. And even in the rural areas, the market is still declining.
The market is not declining. That is to see that right now there is nobody who has, and it is actually like an initiative, an innovation that was made to cater for future projects. So then, as and when the market is living, that is when we make our money.
You didn't answer my question. You just spoke a lot, but it's fine. Most of the times, when we bring some of these things up, we don't really have to just answer it. Because the truth is, we are here for the group of you, understand? Sometimes you have to just process it and be like, you put a lot of thought into it and all. Right? I don't know how you can convince me that the market is declining. Because it's actually declining. We are moving away, the society is moving away from there. And I think that some of the innovation that we do should be a future forward innovation. Like we do the projections and see, okay, this is where the future is going to. Right? So we are targeting it in the maybe next 10 years or next 5 years where most houses will be like this, we target. But it doesn't mean your project is bad, no, you understand? But you cannot argue that. But I like the fact that you try with a lot of
But then let me also pose this question to you. We have most of these, we have cars around, and then most of the times you see most innovations go down on these cars and putting, but then we don't think of the future where maybe we will transition from us using these normal, maybe, I don't know, it's like, if nobody does it.
But it's good you're asking me that questions. I will answer when you score me. Yes. Right, so there's a good project. I'm not saying what I said, I told you you cannot convince me that the market is not declining, but it's not a bad business. You can still make a lot. And the truth is that if the market will change, sometimes it takes a long period. Maybe at the end of a long period, your company would have revolved to doing something else or something like that. But you cannot convince me that it's not a bad business. I'll say it's not a bad business. But you still want to answer the question. Then I think you have to work on your maths. The worst mistake you can make as a businessman is to come in and your figures are not working. And then whilst you are trying to correct yourself, you make more mistakes, but that's what you need here. And I think once you do that, it exposes you. It's maths, and it's not even a difficult maths, right? So get your maths right. Your presentation is nice. My only question is the one I asked you. I don't know whether my other people have questions. If they have no questions, yeah.
All right, thank you very much.
Okay, so Ramsey.
Let's go out and do this. I'm sure.
Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Hesa Knust. I'm a first year medical student. I was with most of the first year of that class. I'm a member of Unity Board, undoubtedly irreversible. I'm basically here to present on a very short Saturday to a project that started about 2 to 3 months ago, and I call it Simply Organize. I present a bag in this speech because this is how I started. This is the exact way I started. I have my things in my bag, in my inventory, so I would like to share.
Okay, on the tag now,
I'm hoping that because it's going to the final, I actually presents the model like the competition requires. But this is just how I stand, exactly how I stand. So the tag is an identity story. So what happens is that when I get an order, I wear the tag and I present it. So let's go straight to our presentation. So I'm going to go through all of this, the problem as it was required during the entrepreneurial training. Exactly this. Great. So now this is who we are. We are a creative brand for premium customized products, and we focus on quality and customer delight. And we have a social and corporate responsibility. Now you ask what's that. So what we plan to do is that on every sale we make, we allocate an amount, and I use that annually to undergo things like donations, things like helping the society. And I also have a support local talent initiative, which I plan on launching next year. So what I do is that we groom people, and the target group is people who are with skills that will help them and nurture them so they can grow and become better individuals. Now this is what we do. We provide customized items for birthdays, weddings, and corporate events. We also offer unique gift hampers and seasonal sales. Great. Now this is one of my major objectives. So customer priority, innovation and creativity, and social responsibility and good. So customer priority, we focus on what the customer wants. So when the customer takes us, we ask you, what do you want? How do you want to deliver the item? What exactly do you want us to do? And then we have the innovation and creativity. I realize that a lot of people are doing cakes. Some people have cakes, but then what we seek to do is that we make it a little more, but a lot more unique and add our own style to it. Right? And that's our social responsibility and growth I emphasized earlier. Now the problem is the solution. So the problem is directly linked to the solution on the right. So the problem, for example, lack of creative, personalized gifts options. The solution is to provide unique, tailor-made kits, cupcakes, perfumes, and gifts. Let me give a very simple example. So, for example, maybe you want to give your mother a watch, but then here we have where we package the watch with your name or with whatever you want. If it's a note you want us to attach, to make it a lot more unique, like I said, and then we make it different than the regular markets. And then we have, amongst all these are some of our problems. Limited access to affordable premium quality products, and then we maintain premium quality products while keeping our products affordable. So that's to say that some people want to, maybe for example, want to surprise someone, but the issue is the accessibility to some of these things. So that's where we come in. And then since we do that, it makes it easy for us to deliver them to the recipients. Now we have issues like inconsistency in delivery. We are going to ensure reliable delivery. That's the solution. Low brand visibility. So we want to utilize social media and events to support our brand visibility. Right. Now our target audience, we have the young professionals. That is from the age gap of 18 to 35. So basically everybody has in the youth. That is number one target for the gifted brand. Because we realize that most people in their youthful age, they are the ones who are more excited when they surprise their loved one. They want to show some kind of love towards their leader, towards a leader in the department, or maybe their best friend, or their partner's friend, or their parents. Then I also look at families and event planning. So families, maybe you want to celebrate your child. So we have the events where we do things like birthdays, weddings, graduations, and family celebrations. Right? Because we're supposed to celebrate one birthday in Accra. Then we have the corporate clients and institutions. That is to seek branded premium quality gifts for employees, partners, and promotional events. Now, our revenue generation is through direct product sales, online sales, and pre-orders, corporate partnership with friends, and seasonal and holiday specials. So, for direct product sales is when somebody takes us or somebody talks to us in person. Actually, that's mostly in person. And then the online is engagement. Mostly I do that through Snapchat. So I mostly post regularly on Snapchat where people engage me, text me, I want this, I'm in this place. So I get it done and then I use my delivery service team to take it to the person. Corporate partnership with friends. So I'll use a realistic example. So I started this about 2 or 3 months ago. There was, I think, one day, last month, where I had a partnership with somebody. The person gave me money to actually fund my business. So what I did was that I did a promo because I was able to get revenue from somebody, and it was for free. They have seasonal and holiday specials. An example was doing the vows day. So the vows, I did the vows day promo, and I was able to get a lot of revenue from that. As demanded by the entrepreneur video, they said I was supposed to allocate how I want to spend it. Now, I realized that the issue I have with my product is I don't get the direct source because of the lack of revenue. I don't have so much money I can buy more. So I hope that when I get the money, I'll invest about 3,500 to get the raw. I don't have the sample here, but it was business when I get to the final. I'll show you some of those samples. So what I'll do is that I'll actually buy the actual bracelets, the actual rings, the actual watches as bulk. So when you buy it as bulk, it's cheaper. Right, so I'll invest about 3,500 cedis. And then when I do that, I only have to pay for the customization, which reduces the costs in production, and also I also reduce the amount on the market that I sell it, whilst making more profits. And then I'm also going to invest 2,000 in baking equipment and ingredients. So because I don't have so much revenue, I mostly do with pre-orders. So when I get the pre-orders for cakes, for example, the pre-orders I get, and I work with that amount, that way the amount I have to do the cakes, right? So I'll invest 2,000 in the baking equipment and ingredients. Then I also use 2,000 for marketing and branding of products. Not only marketing. The marketing is, I know people who are very influential, but these people will charge. So what I do is that's the management. So I'll actually partner with them on maybe going for 3 months to a month, 3 months partnership, where you'll be promoting my flyers, promoting my works for me. But I'll pay you for that. So for example, Snapchat, for example, there are a lot of very influential people in Kings. They have these Snapchat, like on Snap Kings and things like that, and they'll charge me. So after engaging them, the estimated amount I'll need is around 2,000 for just the marketing area and branding of products. I want to emphasize that the 2,000 is not just for the marketing. The branding of products, I'll show you a prototype. I have about 4 or 5 concepts I have in mind that I want to make my business more unique, where I'll show you the prototype. So it will make more sense when I use the prototype to explain. Right. Then the logistics 4 is the delivery and logistics. So I spoke to, because this is a business page, I just have to be open. I spoke to one company, in fact, to spend what I want to partner with him. So as my brand grows, my goals is when I win this competition next year, it makes efficiency of delivery maximized. So I can easily order on any day, I can do pre-orders, I can do same day orders. Maybe if it's a surprise, they said about me today, you want to do a birthday surprise, I can get that done with my delivery team. Then miscellaneous, the truth is that there are some extras that may come, and I want to be honest, I don't want to rely on. So that's why I added that. So in case there are maybe any things that are rations, I have to keep that for my best, and we'll get 10,000 cedis for that. So the grand total is 10,000 for the competition. Now this is the prototype I was talking about. I don't have revenue to do a lot of this yet, but this is something I'm looking at. This is one of the things I want to do, where my business is grounded in this way. So anytime you get an order, it will have, it depends on the things you are covering. But if it's when it's something like this, we package this like this. I also want to get I want to rebrand it with my name. Like, so let's say it's a white bag, but you see so things like that. That's what I want to do. So this is an example of a prototype I have in mind. Okay. Then the competitive advantage, like I said, direct product sales, online sales, and all of that. This is the vision and growth for my business. Now, this is November 2025, and I hope that when I go somewhere in November, I'll be able to purchase the bracelets in bulk, the bracelets and watches, the rings and all of that. I'll buy them in bulk somewhere in November. Then early January to February, when we resume school, that's when the freshest and the whole academic year starts. And my goal is when I know my visibility will be enhanced. So I'm going to maximize on that from January to February, make sure that people move in across. That's where the 2,000 is our allocated some for the promotion by the Snapchat people and all of that. Then from in business platform, I'll just make money in control. Right? I want to be intentional. So somewhere in early 2026, hopefully by that time I'll launch my online business platform where like I can get access to us via online and all of that. Then in July 2027, I'm looking at getting a presence nationally. The goal of city organizing is actually a long thing. I'm looking at something that is going to go as long as 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. So I'm hoping that by next year, at least the campus presence locally, now amongst the other universities is widely known. As I speak, I'm building a team. I wish if I had more time, I would have presented it to you. I've created a team on WhatsApp and I've been getting names of people who are interested. So what they will do is that they will promote my work and I will pay them. So I give them commission on every order. So an example, let's say, I don't use the big name for them. So let's say the gentleman there decides to partner with me. So what you do is that, let's say you are off campus, you have Kote. So at Kote, because you are closer to the people there, you can easily promote my work over there. So when you get an order, I pay you a percentage, maybe 5% or 10% of my profits. Right? And okay, so this is I'm sharing parents, the gentleman, and this is my partner, Muramusi. So because I wanted to grow fast, people don't believe that I just started recently, but I started 2 months ago. Because of the plans I have and how I'm doing my things, gradually I'm getting presence in Dagon. So I hope that by next year when I win, we can invest more in it. Dagon gets to know, KMC gets to know, you have some monster like this. I want to show you my, as part of the entrepreneurial training, I think they said we have to show our profits. So please let me do that. Really, I'm so sorry. Yes. I was supposed to show the amount I make, so I had to do something like this so that it's very clear. I will explain this one for the first time. So the vibe that you see there is one of my packages. Like I've changed it to vibe light. Now the original price is 556, but I'm on a discount, so that's 560 now. And then the 5% commission per order you see there is if I partner with somebody. So when somebody gets me an order, if it's because of somebody I get an order, I give the person 25 cents. Because the person on the order made me get the order. Then my profit becomes 117 cents. So that's it for that piece. You can look at the address. It's the same thing like that. So a cake is everything. Then the last one you see there, the price I paid. Okay, sorry, I didn't show it. That's the price I paid to the service provider. Oh, okay, sorry, but it's there. That's the last price. So that's how much I paid. Then the profit and everything is there. Then yeah, so this is a gallery of who we are basically. I want to just see some of the things you have done over the past months. The gifted vibe I was talking about, that's it. So that's the gifted vibe light package. So I have a saxophonist who will play when I get some order. And then that's the vibe classic. These are some of our works. These are some of the orders I've done. Somebody requested for this, a watch, a customized watch. I have a lot, but because of the time. This is the great slide. I took this quote from someone. It says that great businesses are not born overnight. They start small, grow through consistency, and thrive on bold vision. And this example is that leadership is not about titles or privileges, but about influence, impact, service, and how can stand the test of time. My name is Michelle Barnes. This is Simple Organized. Thank you.
Mr. Ishan, this is a very good presentation and for us a very good one. I think you took your core skills lectures very serious, not like some of my friends. Can you move back to your profits? Relax. So, can you explain the first one? Why you like it? So, the original price is 556, right?
Yes, please.
And
No.
are you?
Let me explain it. So, maybe I didn't explain it. So, what happened that the original price is the selling price. So, because this was when I actually, this is how I'm doing now. Because I'm now starting. This is everything I'm doing now. So, I actually supposed to set at 556. But I'm setting at 500 because I'm giving a discount. Yes, please. And then I give 5% commission per order. And I don't know if I explain the commission thing, but what happens is that I work with other people. That's how I'm growing.
Don't worry, I'm a business student. That's no
Yes,
problem.
yes, please. And then that's the profits. And that's the amount I pay to the service providers.
Do you produce the products by so what is the actual price?
So that's the last cycle. That's 200 or 150 for that service. So I pay 200 or 150. It depends on the kind of order I get. And then I pay 10 cents for the gift card. I have a gift card. Unfortunately, because it's not a fine, I didn't bring all of that. Right? So I have a gift card, and when I print it, it's 10 cents. And then also the cake. For this order, the cake is 85 cents. Right? And please, the chocolate box, that's the price also.
You don't have it in your head.
And I don't want to lie. Chocolate box.
Don't worry.
I think it's 80 cents.
So, my question is, if demand doubles within 6 months, do you have the financial structure to scale without running into cash flows problems?
Please can you repeat the question?
If demand doubles within 6 months, do you have the financial structure to scale without running into cash flow problems?
As of now. What's happening is, if I do that, it will affect the structure. It will affect the structure of my business. I can do that, but at the end of the day, I'll get profits. I don't know how to explain this.
How do you run your business now? Do they have to pay before you provide the
Yes. So
service?
it's paid and I get.
It's based on period, right?
Yes, please. So what happens for that situation is I'll have to use my own money. So it's a lot of calculation, but at least I'll have to invest.
But you know that basically you've not described your company in your presentation. Because when you started, I thought it was a delivery service, something. But later I got to know customization and a whole lot. So basically was
Simply organized. So Simply Organized is a big organization. But one area of the business is the gifted vibe. And what the gifted vibe seeks to do is that. Should I say something about that?
No.
So what the gifted vibe seeks to do is that it wants to bridge the gap where you want to provide or show affection towards someone. So we come in and make it very easy, like this, and it's very accessible. That's a gifted vibe. That's one area of Simply Organized.
so you help make people show love to other people.
Yes.
So you serve as a bridge
It's a
between.
bridge between accessibility and efficiency.
So what makes yours different from others?
Okay, so I don't want anybody doing this or doing this particularly. No.
We have so many people.
People sell cakes. People sell cakes. Fine. People. I don't know people who do customization. I don't. But I know people do that. But I want to make mine unique. That's when I'm introducing the prototypes and all of that. The way we deliver, we do it ourselves. We add notes when I'm delivering. I even have a video I wanted to show.
So beyond this, do you have any other revenue stream? Aside people giving it. You see, in this our Ghanaian world, like, people don't trust this business. For me to send you money before you do this for me, it's sometimes difficult to get it. So do you have any other revenue stream so that in case people want to go in for your service, in case they pay half payment? I don't know if half payment
Half
will
payment is allowed, please. Half of full payment.
So do you have any other revenue stream, or half of the money charge can cater for all needs?
Yes, yeah.
So
I started with my own capital. So when I started, I had to use my own money because the person didn't believe that I can now start. But right now I have profits. So even if somebody says you pay when I deliver, it doesn't affect it because I'm building a system.
So you have a different revenue stream, right?
Different revenue stream. I've made profits from the business, so yes. So I don't know if that's classified as a different revenue stream or is the same thing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alright, let's start around. So I'd like to personally, you operate alone in Kumasi. You operate alone in Kumasi.
Yes, please, I do it. But I have a team.
You have a team.
Yes. What the team does is it just increase visibility. That's all.
Alright, so personally, what obstacles you face from you being a medical student? Let's say I have an order to be delivered at this place probably 2 p.m. At that moment, you have a class. Yeah, so how do you find a way around?
Let me use two like realistic things. I think just recently I had an order on a day I remember. So what happens is I make it very transparent to the customer that please I will not be available at this time. So the next present at this time. Because I have to do it myself. But I think that by God's grace there is this favor. What I think is nicer because when I think somebody also share it, that's how I got for this. I did it once and the person doesn't share that, oh, I get about Ramsey, the medical coach, and that's how. So I like to do it myself, but I think when I do it myself, it moves. But there are emergencies where I let the delivery guy send the street to me.
Based on what you are saying, meaning you don't want to work with anyone, but you want to operate alone.
Yes, I envision a that's how I'm building a team.
Alright. And as of now, you have days you operate on anything. Even on Sundays.
Yes,
Alright. So my last one question. So how do people order? How do people reach you for the services? Since you don't have one.
I don't have a phone as of now. So mostly I post on Snapchat and a few times on WhatsApp. So people text me on Snapchat, like a direct message, and they'll be like, please, what back to your actually today? Tell me what you're doing.
Right. And lastly, I realize these values are fixed, right? So is it that you choose the products for us, like?
No. Okay. So these are some of the fixed. You see, the truth is that some of the items they range in prices. For example, watch. So I'll give them a ring that please, what is your budget? So it's like a negotiation. I talk to you. It starts from 250 or it starts from 200. So you tell me your budget, I show you what's available. You decide, and then we take it from you.
Okay. But what if I don't like particular item in the market?
Yes.
Can you replace it?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yes, I've had orders where, for example, the gifted lights like this. The gentleman said having the saxophone is too much for him. Like it doesn't want to cause too much attention.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I dropped the saxophone, but I got in the list. I have a video of that. If I had time, I would show it.
Alright.
Yes. Thank you very much. I have a lot of questions for you. But then, you know, your business is something that other people are doing. Like it's, packaging things and surprising people is out there. Do you know that? But you've not seen it anywhere before.
I've not seen it uniquely done this way. I don't go do cakes.
Yeah, cakes like, okay, if I need to surprise, I need to get screenshots. Last year, I almost got a girlfriend. So, I took a screenshot of one TikTok girl who does the surprise thing. In Kumasi, so it's something they are doing. I just want to ask, if you don't know them, then you cannot even answer my question. Because if you know them, then I'll ask, what's the difference between you and them? Like, what makes you stand out? But you have to know them before you can know what makes you different from them.
Please, I know that generally people do these things, but I don't know particular individuals.
So you don't know your competition? Or you think have no competition?
No, I know people do like this, but I don't know someone who's doing all of this as one. Sincerely, I don't know if there's someone that I can see. But as of now, I don't know anybody. Because I follow people, but I don't see anybody do that. I know people play medicines or they sell kits, but I'm not seeing a blend. I'm not seeing
The people do customization, don't they deliver?
Yeah, they do, right?
But they don't deliver invest, that's what you're saying. You know, all they are not customers.
No, not that. Because I don't know whether they do, but I don't see them
Because they deliver in person. If you want them to deliver in person, they will deliver in person. So,
mine
yes.
is because I'll wear a tag, I'll add, like I add extra, like a notes, I add the notes, when I put in. So for example, when, as part of the package, when you are going, you would add a voice, like a personalized note to the person, so that when I play it for the person to listen. So maybe, you want maybe, like, His Excellency.
But are you sure this never happens?
I don't
Vows do you watch people's stories and all?
Vows they get.
Oh, it's a special form of one day and yeah.
Yes, please, I'm aware, but I don't know, so that is a brand house thing, sincerely, like.
Okay, you want to see a solid brand out there?
No.
Okay. But there are people there. I think one of the things you have to know is your competition. If they are not even competing with the people out there, sometimes you learn from their mistakes and their friends. You realize that okay, they are also doing something, but why are they not like getting the market? This is their weakness. Then when I'm doing my learning, I understand. Like you need those knowledge in the system, right? And not just employ people, you students. I mean, it's not a question. If you think I mean, when you ask me the question, do you think people like you because you're medical students? Like, what do you think? What makes you think that when you appear in person, is it how you dress? Or when you talk in the medical, like, what makes you think that when you appear in person is better?
Sincerely, like, I can't think what it is.
In the grace of God.
Yes, that's like it is. Because it's the feedback, like, when you get the response from it, it makes them, like, they feel so fulfilled that the person was okay. Right?
You have to find,
it's not say.
You have to find an objective measure, because if you see that it means you might never.
Oh, I can't do that.
No, but what criteria would you use? Because the basis of your success, you're not being able to define the basis of your success. If your success is on the fact that, oh, you are people are there like you, that is how to talk. Then we are employing someone, you make sure the person can talk like that, or in a similar way. It's like, you cannot be employing people. Objective measure.
Where the customized process.
Yes,
So how much does it take to produce this box?
okay, so this is a prototype. So I actually want to create smaller ones, like one for maybe the price, this one. Please consider I'm not inquiring it.
That's fine. Okay, so what is
Business.
So you got order something.
Not in this box, it's be a smaller. So
You have done be persevere with, or you call them as a student for discount.
I have one.
One.
Yes, please.
Is that person student?
No, don't.
That person that
Yes, please.
is that person student?
No, don't.
That person that have
Yes, please. Yes, please.
24/7.
Okay, I would say on sites I have to work with and most see the guy the boots. But for my distance, it needs to be set. I always work for one GP. Oh. Yes, like what like, if it's not available, you like refer to some games. So it's I work for one.
As a country, the government is putting in initiatives, and even we of ourselves, we are trying to make sure that we get our culture across. So these days, you see people holding events, it'll be like maybe K-13 events. So if you want to go for an event, you have to wear K-13 not anything else, or maybe you have to wear fugu and not anything else. So there is a huge rising value of smokes and kente in Ghana, in Africa, and even beyond. We also have a strong cultural appeal. People always feel proud to be wearing their culture. As an Asante, I feel very, very proud to wear my culture. That is why when I was coming, I want to be dressed as an Asante. But I can't wear kente because kente looks out of place here. So I have to dress something like this. So if our product is on the market, I think it will have a strong cultural appeal and I will feel comfortable to wear something that will play out of my culture. There's a large user population of kente and smokes. I mean, there are a lot of people who buy kente or who would want to wear kente day in, day out, but they are not doing so because of the price and how sacred it looks. You cannot wear it a normal product. So I think if we put our product on the market, all of these people who are interested in buying kente or buying smokes would reach out to buy these products. We are also seeking to target young professional students and middle class buyers who are interested in modern fashion. So the trend is to say everybody wants to look very nice when they are going to work or when they are going to class, these young men and women. And it will feel out of place where it sits in, let's say, a doctor's office, a bank. These young professionals, they want to dress in a modern fashion sense. So they will most likely not buy smokes or will not buy anything, but they will buy into this product class. It's a young, it's a shirt, and it's a blouse that they can wear day in, day out. We also have event-driven demand. As I said, there is this trend on the rise that because they want to promote our Ghanaian and African culture, they make events where it is only our culture or culturality. So if you are not wearing it, you cannot go for such an event. And people always want to go for events and programs and things like that of that sort. So let's say our moving dinner coming out and we say, oh, this moving dinner is culturally themed. You need to dress like a normal Ghanaian. You know, let's say about 1,000 people will come for the moving dinner. And then all of these people will be in need to buy these cultural products to wear to come for the event. Okay, so let's look at the financials of this product or how it's going to be on the market. The normal price of smokes, like what our president Kapanga is wearing, was about 600 cedis, 800 cedis, and even to 1,000 Ghana cedis. This one will cost about 700 Ghana cedis. So now, looking at our product, we are estimating the cost of production of a single product to be around 200 Ghana cedis, because we source the material from direct sources where people are making it locally, so that it will not be expensive. And then incorporating into a shirt, a few other cost transportation and things like that, it will cost about 200 Ghana cedis to make a single product, let's say a shirt. And then it's going to sell on the market for around 300 Ghana cedis. And this is about half the price of, let's say, fugu, or the fugu that someone is wearing. So it's actually instead of paying 600 cedis for fugu that you keep in your locker and wear it only once a year, you probably buy a product for 300 Ghana cedis, which is quite normal and affordable, and wear it day out. Now, what's the demand estimate? We are a business and we sell, so we know how people are patronizing these cultural products in the market. So in a normal day, you can get like about 20, 25 people approaching to come and ask about the business, because yes, it has an appeal. People would want to buy and wear it. Someone will come and ask you, oh, fugu, the price is same, or maybe KP, what's the price, and things like that. But you get only a few people buying, right? Unless the person arrives in, let's say, a sports car who has a large amount of money and can buy this thing readily on demand like that, only a few people will end up buying a day. So you can even go out on the market, go to places and sell, and at the end of the day, you will not even get a single one because it is very, very expensive. That is to say, if we are able to make a product that costs half the price of this, people would actually purchase. So we are looking for it to see, let's say, about 20 people approaching us to buy and approaching us to ask about it in a day, and about 15 people buying because it's selling for half the price, 300 Ghana cedis. And if 15 people buy in a day, we work on Monday to Friday. So So we are going to get about 300 sales in a month. We are going to be able to sell 300 pieces of the product in a month. That is to say, if 300 sales is multiplied by 300 Ghana cedis, we are going to get 90,000 Ghana cedis as the end result at the end of the month. Now, one product or the cost of production of one product is 200 Ghana cedis, or is estimated to be 200 Ghana cedis. So if you multiply 200 Ghana cedis by 300 sales estimated in a month, we are going to get 6,000 Ghana cedis. That will be the cost of production. And if you subtract it from the 90,000 Ghana cedis that you made at the end of the month, you will be left with 30,000 Ghana cedis, which will be able to cover for transportation and your daily outfit, things like that. Now, this is the prototypes that we are seeking to produce. This is a shirt that is made out of kente material. This is a normal blouse that is made out of kente and then small material. So basically, this is what a product is going to look like. And we have estimated, or we think that somebody like me or the normal person day in, day out will be comfortable to wear this kind of shirt or this kind of blouse, even though this is like an old design, you modernize it and things like that. Somebody will be comfortable to wear this to work, to class, or to a normal program day in, day out, rather than the person who choose to wear full to these places where you feel out of place. Now, what is our business model? So, business as AK Fashion, we only currently do only direct to customer sales. So as a customer, if you contact us or if you see us outside and you want to buy, then we sell it to you directly. We don't do wholesale and retail. We don't give out to people to go and sell us and things like that. We only sell directly from our source. Now, what is the market strategy that we are going to use to sell this product in the market? First of all, we are going to create an online presence for the product and for the company in general on TikTok and Instagram. Basically, the world or Ghana is now digitalizing, and then this is where we're able to reach out to our target market tables. We will also take it to events and trade shows, so places like cultural center and all of those places. They usually hold these events where you can put your products and or your items on display for people to come see. So we are looking for you to take the product out to these places for people to see and then patronize the products. We are also seeking to do partnerships with local shops. That is to say, there are a lot of boutiques and fashion shops around that we can give some of our products to for them to advertise and sell for us in their shops and things like that. As people are already patronizing or accessing the place, we are not fully established yet. We don't have a lot of shops. So then partner with the local shops that are around. Then we give them our products for them to sell. We are also looking forward to having influencers and celebrities endorse our products, because they are also one of the people who would most likely use our products. And if the Ghanaian population sees that Osaka is wearing our products, or if Osaka is giving an endorsement to our products, we feel like the Ghanaian population would jump on the products and patronize it for us. Now, what is the competitive advantage? As I've already said, that this is a very, very new idea that it is not on the market. Predominantly, we have kind of ads around and things like that, and we haven't seen any idea of this sort on the market. So it's a very new thing that is going to come out as a surprise. It's going to be, it's going to have its authenticity, because we are making it out of the actual material or the stock material. So it's going to have a quality. It's going to be authentic as well. It's going to be affordable, as you see the financials. Kente costs about 500 Ghana cedis, 700 Ghana cedis, and things like that. But if a Kente shirt is costing 300 Ghana cedis, then it is more affordable than the normal Kente. So it's going to be affordable. It's going to have a strong youth appeal because of its modern design. It's a shirt. It's not these kind of old style Kente or that people or the old people wear. So the young people who are not interested in wearing smocks or they would purchase these shirts and things like that. And as I've said earlier, there are no other prominent products or ideas on the market. So this is going to have this is going to be a standout in the market that that we are looking forward to achieve. Now, finally, I'm bringing it to a close. So basically, AK Fashion is a fashion brand where we are selling Ghana or Ghana's cultural products. That is small thing. We are bringing out